Why are immigrants being hated all over the world? The ugly truth no one wants to admit, because we've been told a lie. A dangerous lie that's tearing us apart. They come. They seek. They arrive. And suddenly the world recoils. Why? It starts with a whisper. Then there's the unfair stereotype of immigrants being lazy or unwilling to contribute. Let's look at immigrant entrepreneurship. Stat example illustrative. In the US, immigrants are nearly twice as likely to start a business compared to native-born citizens. These businesses hire people, often locals. Another stat example. In Canada, immigrant entrepreneurs have played a significant role in key sectors, driving innovation and job creation. This isn't about laziness. It's about systemic barriers, language challenges, and recognition of foreign qualifications that many immigrants face upon arrival. Yet they persist. They innovate. They work incredibly hard to overcome these hurdles, often out of necessity and a drive for a better life. But beyond the economic arguments, we must remember the human element. What drives people to leave everything behind? Example can be generalized or a specific anonymized story. Imagine a mother fleeing a war zone, her child clinging to her, the sound of explosions still echoing in her mind. Her only goal? Safety. A chance for her child to go to school. Not a bomb shelter. Or a young man escaping political persecution, whose only crime was speaking out for freedom. He arrives with nothing but the clothes on his back and the hope for basic human rights. These aren't economic migrants seeking a handout. They are people seeking refuge. They are seeking dignity. They are seeking survival. The hate they face, the insults, the fear-mongering, is directed at individuals desperate for a chance at a peaceful life. What would you do for your family's safety? The contributions of immigrants go far beyond the workforce or economy. They are the architects of cultural enrichment. Think about the diverse cuisines that now grace our cities, bringing new flavors and traditions. Think about the art, the music, the literature, the festivals that immigrants introduce, broadening our horizons and making our communities more vibrant. Example, mention a specific cultural contribution widely accepted, e.g., a particular food, artistic style, or holiday that has become mainstream. These aren't just additions. They are integral parts of a dynamic society. They foster understanding, empathy, and a richer tapestry of human experience. When we attack immigrants, we attack the very diversity that makes our societies stronger and more interesting. Fear. Fear of jobs lost. Fear of cultures clashing. Fear of the unknown. Then it becomes a shout. Fueled by politics, amplified by misinformation, twisted by media that profits from panic. Lies spread like wildfire. They're stealing our jobs. They're a drain on our system. They're dangerous. Each word a tiny weapon, chipping away at our humanity. But this isn't about statistics. This is about people. People who looked at their homes and saw only destruction. Imagine your world crumbling. War, famine, persecution. Imagine having to leave everything you know. Your home, your history, your dreams, just to keep your children alive. They carry their past in worn-out bags and their future in their prayers. They are mothers, Fathers, sons, daughters. They are us, or they could be us. They aren't invaders. They are our survivors, seeking not to conquer, but to belong, to find safety, to simply live. And what do they find when they arrive? Often it's more hate. Yet look closer. They fill the jobs others won't. They revitalize our economies. They bring new ideas, new flavors, new perspectives that enrich our societies. They are the hands that build our cities, the minds that push our boundaries, the hearts that add color to our lives. They bring their traditions, their music, their food, their vibrant energy. They don't just join our world, they make it better. But the narrative we're fed is different. It's a narrative of threat, of burden, of us versus them. Think about it. If your home was no longer safe, wouldn't you do anything to escape? If your children were starving, wouldn't you beg for a chance at a future? If you were lost in a storm, wouldn't you hope for a guiding light, not a slamming door? We preach kindness. We believe in compassion. But when it comes to those fleeing hardship, do we practice what we preach? Or do we let fear and prejudice blind us? Is it easier to hate someone you've never met, based on stories told by people who profit from division? The truth is, the reasons for this hate are complex and often manufactured. When economies falter, when people feel insecure, it's easier to point a finger elsewhere. Blame the outsider. It's a tactic as old as time. Cultural differences can be perceived as threats when we lack understanding. Instead of celebrating diversity, we fear it. We create an other to feel superior. Politicians exploit these fears for power. They build walls, not just on borders, but in our minds. They create an enemy to unite their base, often at the expense of innocent lives. And the media? It can be a powerful tool for good, or a weapon of mass deception. Sensationalism sells. Fear sells. And often, the nuanced reality of immigration gets lost in the noise. So what do? We stop. We pause. We question the narratives. We choose to see the person, not the label. We choose to listen to their story, not the hate. We remember that a single act of kindness can ripple outwards. That a single voice for empathy can drown out the chorus of hate. We are all connected. We all share this planet. Our strength lies not in building walls, but in building bridges. Not in exclusion, but in inclusion. Hating immigrants won't build a better world. Understanding them will,